my name is Keri Topouzian, and you're watching A Perfect Armenian. Some of our Facebook friends and others have asked me to do a reading and put it on the website. So that's what we're going to try to do here today. I'm a pretty good writer, but I'm not the greatest reader in the world, so I apologize ahead of time if I make some mistakes. Just want to show everybody a copy of the book that we're reading from. We're going to read from chapter 34. It's called The First Reality. On a flat rooftop near the north-central sector of Constantinople, where the Bosphorus rips into the land from the Black Sea and splits the city into two, a lone figure sat silently, watching dusk turn into darkness. Black tears fell from his face, hitting the roof with a silent intensity. In the distance, the silhouette of an arched bridge could be seen, traversing the Bosporus Strait, and from this bridge-turned gallows hung three bodies whose souls had escaped days before, twirling and swaying above the waterway as if influenced by its flowing currents. The figure on the rooftop watched until neither he nor the bridge with its victims could be seen through the darkness. He slowly left the rooftop and approached the bridge through the city's maze. Crossing in silence and darkness, he freed the hanging bodies into the river's currents below, never to be seen again. Then once more through the darkness, this lone, silent figure left, but could not himself escape. The sun never seemed to rise the following day, for before dawn had its chance to awaken the city, spring rains with distant thunder had stolen its task. For Yervant Yakubian, the sounds of the rains came as a soothing remedy for sleep. He had been awake throughout the night, unable to stop the images of his three lost companions or the events that had taken place over the last few days. Safe within the confines of his apartment, the rain seemed to cleanse his mind, washing away the thoughts he had been unable to remove. His eyes opened and his eyes closed, and he slept through the storm and most of the day. A dream of oceans with sky-blue waters and islands with powdered sands was cut short all too early by pounding on the door. As the dreamer's eyes opened, he quickly sat up, but at first did not open the door. "Yakubian, open the door!" Recognizing the voice of his younger comrade, he jumped up and did just that. "Armen, I thought you were dead!" Yervant exclaimed and tried to embrace his friend. Armen Eftendelian pushed him away. "I escaped by the skin of my teeth. You and I are the only ones, Yervant. The rest are now dead." I know. I do not understand what went wrong. I did not like the plan from the beginning. Not enough men, not enough time. I do not know why I let you convince me. There would have been other times, other chances." Yervant closed the door of his apartment, then sat back down in a chair next to the stove to warm his hands. His long black hair and beard almost covered his facial features as he looked up at the now silent Armen Eftendelian, who could not think of anything to say and began to cry. "Yervant, I cannot live like this anymore. It seems that whatever we do to avenge the dead, our situation worsens. There must be a better way." Yervant looked up at his friend. "The Sultan has killed thousands, tens of thousands, right here in the city. How do you deal with a devil like that but to send him back to hell where he belongs?" "But it is not working. We failed again. And what of our friends, eh? They were all young like myself and believed in your words. No, I cannot be a part of this anymore. I must find another way, my own way to deal with the Turks." With this, Armen Eftendelian began to leave, and as he did, Yervant stood up. "You and your father have always been very close. I pray this always will be." Though frustrated in appearance, a resolute expression came over the face of the young man, and with that he departed. Yervant Yakubian turned and sat back down next to the stove in his apartment, and began to think of his two grandsons back in Cengilere. Before long his mind raced back to the horrible events of the week, how his overconfidence had allowed him to convince not only some of his closest companions, but himself as well, to attempt the assassination of Sultan Abdul Hamid, the ruler of the Ottoman Empire. Retribution, he thought, for all the Armenians the Sultan had massacred in Constantinople over the years. The grenades he had tossed under the Sultan's carriage as he left his palace in celebration of the Islamic New Year had exploded prematurely, killing one of the assassins. Then, as the others had tried to recover from the explosion and escape, 2 had been shot and killed by the Sultan's guard. The Sultan had commanded that the 3 dead bodies be hung from the arched bridge that spanned the Bosporus for all to see and scorn as a message to those who opposed his rule. The Yacobian searched deep within himself to find answers and a resolution, only to realize that none would be given. He needed only to return now to Cenghiler. All right, that's a chapter in A Perfect Armenian. I hope you enjoy reading the book as much as I enjoyed writing it. My name's Keri Topouzian, and you've been watching A Perfect Armenian.